Hi everyone, my name is Alexia de Oliveira, and today I'm going to be talking about alcohol increasing liver cancer risks. My main research question was, does the consumption of alcohol increase your risk for getting liver cancer? Now, I chose alcohol and liver cancer due to the fact that I am a college student and alcohol is very prevalent among college campuses. I wanted to teach people about the dangers of alcohol consumption as it can lead to many different types of cancer. Now let's use some percentages here. From this slide, we can see that 80% of college students consume alcohol to some degree, half of those who consume engage in binge drinking, and 20% of college students meet criteria for alcohol use disorder. Now, you may be asking why those percentages matter. Well, the National Institute of Health conducted a study which showed that 2 million people a year suffer from alcoholic liver disease. This goes to show how prevalent it is and how heavy alcohol consumption can really affect your liver. Now, while we all have heard of alcohol, do we actually know what it is? Alcohol is a drink which contains ethanol, a type of alcohol which is formed by a natural conversion process called fermentation, where yeast, a fungus, converts sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Now, the other term we need to know here is liver cancer. Liver cancer is a cancer in which originates in the liver, and a cellular mutation causes cells to divide uncontrollably. This occurs due to the failure of DNA replication. How do they connect, you might ask? The liver is especially sensitive to the effects of alcohol because it receives blood directly from the intestines, the major site of alcohol absorption. The liver is the primary site of alcohol metabolism, yet a number of the byproducts of this metabolism are toxic to the liver itself. Accumulation of these byproducts leads to the alcohol-induced liver damage, which can take the form of either inflammation, alcoholic hepatitis, or liver scarring, known as cirrhosis or fibrosis. Now that we've gone over some major concepts here, let's look at experiments to see if they show any correlation between alcohol consumption and liver cancer. First, we have experiment 1, which was to see if alcohol consumption led to increased liver cancer incidence and liver mortality. This was a case control study in which Cox proportional hazards modeling was used to calculate hazard ratios and 95% confidence intervals in a population of 27,086 Finnish males with 194 incident liver cancers and 213 disease deaths. From this experiment, we were able to find out that daily alcohol consumption of more than 20.44 grams was associated with an increased risk of both liver cancer incidence and liver disease mortality. Now, moving on to experiment 2, this is a study to see if there is an association of alcohol consumption with liver cancer and all-cause mortality. This was a correlation study in which 251,193 patients were screened and questioned about alcohol consumption and other health-related questions. Data was then gathered to see if alcohol consumption correlated with these health issues. In conclusion, the study showed that alcohol consumption was overall associated with an increased risk of HCC, all-cause mortality, and liver-related mortality. A higher alcohol consumption level was significantly related to a linear increased risk of HCC and liver-related mortality, showing a strong correlation. Finally, for the final experiment, we had an animal experimental study. The goal of this study was to determine whether ethanol liquid diets in rats would act as a hepatic tumor promoter. To do this study, they took male Sprague-Dawley rats and injected them with 20 milligrams den per kilogram body weight for 1 week before introduction of either an ethanol liquid diet or an isoenergetic control liquid diet. Hepatic pathological lesions, hepatocyte proliferation, apoptosis, PPARA and PPARY, and plasma insulin-like growth factor 1 levels were assessed after 6 and 10 months. After assessing the rats, in conclusion, they found that the mean body and liver weights, plasma concentration, hepatic expressions of proliferating cellular nuclear antigen, and Ki-67 and cyclin D1 in ethanol-fed rats were all significantly lower after 10 months of treatment compared with control rats. In conclusion, after looking at all the experiments, we have found a positive correlation between alcohol consumption and liver cancer. So by limiting alcohol consumption, you can also lower your risk of liver cancer. This can also be shown in rates of the rats who receive the ethanol diet. The direct absorption of alcohol to the liver through the small intestines leads to liver damage. Alcohol is fine as long as you drink in moderation. Overall, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed my video.